Welcome to the Engineer Your Success podcast. I am your host and guide, Dr. James Bryant, here to help you design and live a life where you are winning both at work and at home. And I hope that you are having a great week. Exciting news. The next Engineer Your Success on ramp is scheduled for May 21st from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be focusing on proven strategies to dominate your career and your home life. Use the link in the show notes to register for this complimentary event. Remember, space is limited, so don't wait. Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed, struggling to balance your career and personal life? Do you find yourself sacrificing one aspect of your life for the other, never quite achieving the success and fulfillment that you desire? If you're ready to take control and dominate in both your professional and personal lives, this on ramp session is for you. Discover the solution to your challenges. So, in this session, we'll address the common pain points faced by high achievers just like yourself. Whether you're climbing the career ladder, struggling with work life balance, or lacking fulfillment, you'll gain the proven strategies and practical tools to overcome obstacles, unlock your full potential, and achieve the success that you deserve. Again, that is on May the 21st, noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I look forward to seeing you there. Today, we're focusing in on efficiency by design, managing your time to win at work and at home. So, time management is pivotal, not just in enhancing productivity, but in striking a dynamic balance between our personal and professional lives. Imagine this: you're staring down a seemingly insurmountable list of tasks, feeling the weight of deadlines breathing down your neck while desperately yearning for a moment of genuine work life balance. Does that sound familiar? Listen, our contemporary environment thrusts us into a whirlwind of busyness where prioritizing becomes a battlefield and a quest for efficiency feels like navigating a labyrinth with no clear exit. Let's take the story of Michael, a chief operating officer at a large multidisciplinary engineering firm. He finds himself constantly battling with the clock, trying to squeeze out every drop of productivity, yet feeling a step behind. He's responsible for overseeing a company's operations, ensuring profitability, driving strategic growth. But despite his extensive experience and his leadership skills, he finds himself drowning in a sea of meetings, reports, and firefighting that leaves little time for the critical aspects of his role, such as developing new business, fostering new innovation, cultivating key client relationships, as well as mentoring and developing his team. So, if Michael's situation resonates with you, know that you're not alone. So these barriers that stand between you and the success that you're striving for in life, those can be navigated. And we're going to talk about how we can navigate and overcome those challenges in this episode. Remember, we don't just manage time, we prioritize it. Our engagement with time directly mirrors what matters most to us. This brings me back and brings us back to the engineer's blueprint. The blueprint is our roadmap built on the premise that you can create success in any area of life using a structured engineering approach. The first step, determining what matters most, really sets the groundwork. But to truly engineer your success, we must be able to visualize success, design a plan, and then execute that plan. Now, you might be thinking, James, when everything is important, how do I prioritize? That is a good question. There's several exercises that I walk my private clients through to help them prioritize their time, including strategies for looking at impact versus effort, importance versus urgency, and applying the in the moment concept of when, what's important now. There is no one size fits all approach. So the key is finding a strategy that resonates with you in how you're wired. Let's explore a few engineering principles to consider when you're designing and prioritizing and investing your time, or how you want to invest your time. So, applying some of these principles to enhance your ability to prioritize and manage your time. So, number one would be systems thinking. Engineers often approach problems with systems thinking, viewing the big picture and how elements interact with the system. In time management, this would encourage us to see our lives as interrelated systems: work, family, health, where changes in one area can impact the other areas. This holistic view really helps in prioritizing our actions because it helps us look at what are the actions that are going to offer the most significant benefit across the board. Another principle is minimizing waste or lean principles. So, just as lean principles aim to reduce waste in manufacturing, we can apply this to time management by identifying and cutting activities that don't add value to our personal or professional goals. Number three would be the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule. This principle focuses on the most critical 20% of the work, which generate 80% of the results. And so this approach ensures that the effort is placed where it has the maximum impact. A fourth concept that we can apply here would be feedback loops. So in our profession, feedback loops help to correct and enhance a system's output. So, similarly, in managing time and determining priorities, continuous feedback reflecting on what's working, what isn't working, allows for real time adjustments. It's about creating a responsive system that adapts and evolves with your changing needs and goals. And the fifth one that I'll say, and I think the fifth one is related to the one we just went, which is just it's an iterative process. So engineering projects often follow an iterative process. You test, analyze, refine. Similarly, the engineer's blueprint for success really emphasizes the importance of viewing time management and priority setting as an iterative process. What matters most today may change, requiring us to continually revisit and refine our priorities and the allocation of our time. To dive a little bit deeper into the Pareto principle, I would say check out episodes 108 and 109, where we discuss how to maximize success and eliminating pain and harnessing the 80-20 principles in both business and in life. So, again, that's episodes 108 and 109. Highly recommend that you go check those out. Now, we've talked about the importance of understanding how we prioritize. I do want to explore maybe one of the principles a little bit more, and that would be the lean principle to see how it can further enhance our time management strategies. So, lean principles, widely recognized for their application in manufacturing and production, revolve around creating more value for customers with fewer resources. Originating from the Toyota production line, the core ideal behind lean is to maximize efficiency and eliminate waste in all forms. So here's an overview of how key lean principles that can be applied not just in manufacturing, but across various domains, including time management and productivity. Principle number one is specify value. Identifying what truly matters to the customer or in the context of personal productivity, determining what actions lead directly to fulfilling your most important goals. So this principle emphasizes focusing your efforts on tasks that bring you closer to your objectives and align with your priorities. Principle number two is identify the value stream. So this involves mapping out the steps in your process and identifying which steps add value and which do not. By applying this to your daily activities, we can visually discern where our time and efforts are best invested, where we can cut out or cut down those non essential activities that do not contribute to our end goals. Number three is create flow. So once value creating steps are identified, the goal here is to ensure that they flow smoothly without interruptions. In personal or team productivity, this could mean organizing your work to minimize bottlenecks, ensuring that the resources are available when needed, and that tasks are completed in an efficient sequence. Principle number four is establishing the pull. So in manufacturing, Pull means that the production is based on customer demand. In the context of time management, we can interpret this as tackling the task based on priority and urgency, ensuring that you're always working on those most immediate, most valuable, and not just what seems to be pressing at the moment. Step number 5 is pursue perfection. Lean is not a set it and forget it methodology, but it's a continuous process of improvement. So, this principle encourages regular reflection on the processes and outcomes to identify areas for improvement. By consistently seeking ways to do things better, faster, and with less waste, you create a culture of continuous improvement. By leveraging these principles, professionals and individuals can streamline the operations, focus on what's truly important, and create more value with less effort. So let's recap some of these key takeaways in applying lean principles to time management. One, focus on value adding activities. Two, eliminate waste and non essential tasks. Three, create smooth workflows. Four, prioritize based on importance and urgency. And five, continuously improve your process. Which one of these approaches resonates with you? Whether you're talking about the 80/20 rule, taking a systems approach, is it applying lean principles? What resonates with you, and would you like to structure your prioritization approach around? Is it impact versus effort? Each of us are uniquely designed, and different things will resonate with different people. So here are some key action steps that I believe that you can consider this week as you are looking at how can I better manage my time and priorities. One would be conduct a time audit. So to better understand where your time goes, track your activities. Identify tasks that align with your core values and your goals, and note which activities consume time without adding value. This assumes that you've gone through the process of setting up your goals, whether it's the goals for the quarter, the goals for the month, the goals for the week. We went through a process in episodes 142 and 143. We began to talk about reviewing the first quarter and developing goals for the second quarter. I would ask you to go back and listen to that. And there's some other episodes where we've talked about goal setting, but this assumes that you already have a goal and you already have a direction of where you're working towards. Number two would be, in terms of an action step, apply systems thinking. I want you to just view your life as a system of interconnected parts. You have your personal life, you have your business life or work, and you have your health. Assess how changes in one area affect the others and prioritize activities that support the overall system health, not just one aspect, but you have to view it as your overall system health. Step number 3 to consider is implement the 80/20 rule. Identify the 20% of your tasks that yields 80% of your results and focus on those high impact activities to ensure that your efforts are really driving the significant outcomes that you have. And I would say number 4 is establish your pull tasks, prioritize your tasks based on their impact or urgency. Start with what delivers value now, ensuring that you're not trapped by the illusion of busyness with unimportant tasks. And step number 5 will be embrace continuous improvement. Regularly evaluate your productivity strategies and time management practices. Be open to adjusting your approach based on what you learn from your reflections. I also put together just some questions for you to consider as you're thinking about applying this, thinking about how you can actually use it. And so, question number 1: what values and goals are you prioritizing with your current time management strategy? So, here you want to reflect on whether your time investment reflects what really matters most to you. Now, you can say that something matters to you, but if you're not investing your time in that thing, then does it really matter, or as it is it as important as you say that it is? This is absolutely one of the things that we do as part of the Engineer's Blueprint in our signature coaching program, we will walk you through what matters most. We'll ask you what matters most. Then you do a time audit and we compare what you say matters versus what your actions say matters to you. And you might be amazed at how big that gap might be. So I would encourage you to absolutely ask yourself that question. Question number two is, what activities in your daily routine contribute to that vital 20% of your work? Question number three is, how do changes in one area of your life system affect the other? Here, we're just trying to identify which adjustments can lead to your overall improvement. And are there tasks and activities? This is question number four. Are there tasks or activities that can be eliminated or streamlined to reduce waste? Listen, I really think that again, there is no one size fits all approach. So you find the approach that resonates with you. Take one or two of the strategies that we've discussed today and implement them in your life. Share your experiences or ask questions or comments on social media. I really would love to hear how these principles are helping you engineer your success. I'm going to end this podcast episode like I end every podcast episode, and that's this. Many people know what to do, fewer people know how to do it. And there's a select group of people that actually follow through, do it, and are living the life of their dreams. It is my desire for you to be part of that select few. I want you to be great this week. Thanks.